Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It is me, your girl, BrittReacts, and today we are reacting to Sammy is visiting Archie, and they're talking about slavery. This is from All in the Family. Let's see what they have to say. I'm sorry, and let me stand corrected. Sammy as in Sammy Davis Jr., the Sammy Davis Jr. Yikes, I'm excited. Oh, his face!
Now, no prejudice intended, but, I always check the Bible on these here things. Oh. Yeah, I think that, if God had meant us to be together, he'd have put us together. But look what he done. He put you over in Africa, he put the rest of us in all the white countries.
I should have known from the opening of this video when his face was like, he just had this face of mischief and nonsense. Okay, you guys have let me know. The title of this video in itself says All in the Family, but my previous reaction, it didn't. So I didn't know the name of the show. So you guys also let me know in the comments so much background information about this show. Archie is a man from the Bronx, which makes so much sense to me. And I guess the show is just about his family and their dynamic. And he seems to be a very, I guess in this day and age, they would call him a right wing, maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched enough to have an opinion, but that's just my assumption based off of the last video and his opinion on Democrats. And now where we're headed with this. It is so interesting to me how... Okay, I'm trying to find my words wisely. It is so interesting to me how people who believe certain racial things can apply the Bible. I am not an expert in either. Do I believe in the Bible? Absolutely. Have I read it? Absolutely. Do I love it? Yes. But I'm not going to pretend I am an expert. But I am not sure where, I know there's tons of slavery in the Bible. I know there's, tons of prejudices and all these things in the Bible. I'm not sure if in the Bible it says anything about God putting black people in Africa and white people in white countries. Like what? I don't know, Archie. I'm not sure about that. But again, I'm not claiming to be, I don't have my PhD in either.
Get it. Well, look what he done. He put you over in Africa, he put the rest of us in all the white countries.
Well, you must have told him where we were, because somebody came and got it.
Sammy is like fed up. He's like, sir, what? What? That was a fantastic comeback. That's what we call a clap back, my friends. That was fantastic. Whenever someone has their hand framing their mouth like this, they are about to read you for filth. And I mean utter filth. Oh, gosh.
There was work for us. And how could you resist? Free transportation, room, board, chains.
I think you're talking about slavery there, Sammy. I want to tell you that I was always dead set against slavery.
So what was Archie talking about if he wasn't talking about slavery? How did they make it through this scene without laughing? Seriously, they're both so serious. The acting is on par. Like, it's so good. Look at his face. Like, they are, like, I can't make it through. It's funny. It's funny.
You see what goes on around here, Sammy? Every time I start to have a serious conversation, these kids go crazy. Another thing they're always doing to me, they're always telling me I'm prejudiced. Now, listen, you're a guy been around a lot.
Wait. Sammy said it. They do?
Doing to me, they're always telling me I'm prejudiced.
Oh, he's like, oh. I haven't seen enough of this show, but I can gather this man says some wildly prejudiced things on this show. Based off of Sammy's reaction alone. And I don't know how many times Sammy was on this show, but if it was just this once and he had that reaction. Okay. All right.
Now listen, you're a guy been around a lot. You've seen a lot of people, you know a lot, see? Yeah. Now you look at me. You figure me for prejudiced kind?
Oh, Archie, you don't tell me you're really paying attention to those young kids. What do they know? I mean, you prejudice. Look, if you were prejudiced, Archie, when I came into your house, you would have called me a coon or a nigger. But you didn't say that. I heard you clear as a bell. Right straight out, you said, colored.
Were they allowed to say the N-word like that on TV? It wasn't bleeped out. I guess so. I know things have changed so much, but this is such a, although it is a TV show, it's scripted, it's acting, there's so much history here. And I'm sure this was also, history in the way of, first of all, Sammy Davis Jr., him being who he was and being, on this show, but just the dialogue between a white and a black man, that is rather honest, though it is, blanketed in humor. This is a very real, honest interaction and conversation about racism. And I'm sure, again, in history terms, this was maybe unprecedented or at least groundbreaking on network television for two men of different colors in the times that we're speaking of and watching, to have this open dialogue and be able to wrap it up in this sarcasm and humor. But it's still kind of so telling of just the times and where we were and where we kind of still are in some cases with some people, politically, socially, all those things. So though I am cracking up because it is funny, it's good, well-written TV. It is a moment in history, a moment in time that makes you stop and realize, like, wow, as a black woman, this, I don't think this was that long ago. My mother might have been like a child, I don't know, I'm not sure, but it's just like, wow, like, I don't go into my white friends' homes and they call me that, you know what I mean? So it just is, it's a moment in time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I done, all right.
And if you were prejudiced, you would, like some people, close their eyes to what's going on in this great country that we live in. But not you, Archie. Your eyes are wide open. You can tell the difference between black and white. And I have a deep-rooted feeling that you'll always be able.
They both have almost broken character now at this point because it's funny.
And I have a deep-rooted feeling that you'll always be able to tell the difference between black and white. And if you were prejudiced, you'd walk around thinking that you're better than anybody else in the world. But I can honestly say, having spent these marvelous moments with you...
Marvelous moments.
You ain't better than anybody.
Didn't I say he was going to read him for filth? If you don't know what that term means, it just means he was going to hand that man his whole behind. He was going to tell him like it was. And he did. He did. And Archie he's got his foot in his mouth. Great dialogue.
Can I have your hand on that sandwich?
He couldn't do anything but shake his hand on it because it was so good. I think that this was really progressive. This show, it feels like, I don't know the actor's real beliefs, if he believed in the things that Archie believed in. But I think the whole point and premise of this show was to bring these this perspective of someone with this thought processes kind of everyday life to the forefront is what it feels like. And that's progressive. The audience is laughing and clapping, and you can come to the conclusion that these people were on the side of non-racism, because they were clapping for Sammy's kind of monologue, if you will. You know, and sometimes you have to put the ugly out there to affect change. You know what I mean? So I feel like this show was really good at kind of highlighting Archie's ugliness in a funny way. And in turn, I'm sure it affected a lot of change. A lot of people saw themselves in Archie, but then also probably saw like a scene like that with Sammy Davis Jr. and was like, oh, wow, yeah, that is actually really ugly of me. Or, oh, wow, that is not how I should be thinking. Or, you know, I do say those things and they're not right. So I don't know. I feel like, I don't know how controversial this show was, but I've only seen 2 clips from it, 2 very short clips, and I can gather a lot of that from it. Very funny, again, wrapped in a whole lot of truth for the times and even for today. And I really like this show. I really, really like this show. I feel like I need to like find whole episodes on YouTube and watch it because it feels like it's a good time. Anyway, we've been here for a while and I thank you. If you enjoyed yourself, please make sure you subscribe, like this video, leave me a comment, share it with a friend, and go and have the day you deserve. Peace.